So the Covington lawyer is actually sending out letters to celebs and others to basically tell them they're probably gonna get sued for defamation. Here is an article from the Daily Mail. Alyssa Milano, Elizabeth Warren, and Jim Carrey are among 50 individuals and media organizations sent letters by lawyers for a teen at center of viral Covington Catholic video preparing for potential libel lawsuits. Lawyers representing Nick Sandman sent out preservation letters on Fridays. Sandman was the teen smiling at Native American elder Nathan Phillips in the controversial video, which set off weeks of debate on conflicting stories. You mean lies? That's what it is. Preservation letters are the first step in possible libel and defamation lawsuits. They asked individuals and organizations not to destroy any documents that could be connected to a potential case. Kathy Griffin, Savannah Guthrie, Bill Mayer will also send out letters, as were outlets including New York Times, CNN, TMZ. More than 50 celebrities, politicians, and media organizations could face a lawsuit from the teen at the center of Covington Catholic High School controversy. Lawyers representing Nick Sandman, the teen in the Make America Great Again hat, seen smirking at a Native American activist Nathan Phillips in the video, sent preservation letters out on Friday. The letters are seen as a first step in possible libel and defamation lawsuits. Among those who received letters were Alyssa Milano, Jim Carrey, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Kathy Griffin, Savannah Guthrie, Bill Mayer, and Representative Ilhan Omar. That is interesting. National media outlets, including New York Times, CNN, and TMZ, also received the letters, as did Diocese of Covington and Lexington, and the Archdiocese of Louisville and Baltimore. The preservation letters asked the individual organization not to destroy any documents that could be connected to a potential case. Please preserve all information that may be relevant to the Sandman matter. The letter reads, if our clients pursue litigation, we intend to serve with discovery requests to access your computer networks and systems and to see production of relevant documents and communications. Documents could include early drafts of articles regarding the video, emails among staff discussing the story, or tweets sent by the celebrities and politicians. Simon and his family are being represented by a team of 7 lawyers that have been working on the case full time. They include Todd McMurtry, an experienced libel and defamation lawyer, Al Lynn Wood. We want to change the conversation, McMurtry told the Cincinnati Enquirer. We don't want this to happen again. We want to teach people a lesson. Good. That's good. There was a rush by the media to believe what it wanted to believe versus what actually happened. Sandman's name became headline news after videos circulated on Twitter showing him smoking at Phillips while Native American elder played a drum. Well, there was a little bit more going on there, but okay. The team was surrounded by peers from his all-boys school who had been bused from Kentucky to Washington, D.C. for the anti-abortion March for Life rally. Video showed the teens chanting and performing the tomahawk chop surrounding Phillips as he continued to beat his drum. And then you see the tweets and some pictures and the video. The short clips caused a firestorm on Twitter as major celebrities, including Milano and Carrey, as well as Deborah Messing and Chris Evans, responded. Milano equated the MAGA hat with the new white hood in reference to the Ku Klux Klan after watching the viral video. Griffin tweeted that she wanted the names of the boys in the video to be publicized and encouraged people to shame them. If you think these fuckers wouldn't dox you in a heartbeat, think again, she added. P.S. The reply from these was pathetic, impotent. Name these kids, she added. Griffin later deleted a tweet showed a photo of Covington Catholic High School basketball players in which she claimed they were throwing up the new Nazi sign. Yeah, these people are insane. Carrey made the teens the subject of one of his political paintings, telling it baby snakes. Warren wrote that Phillips had endured hateful taunts with dignity and strength. New details of the story then emerged, revealing that a group that called themselves the Black Hebrew Israelites had been shouting racist statements at the teens. Yeah, not just racist, but also harassment in general. Phillips, it turns out, had been trying to intervene between the boys and the religious sect. Yeah, right. As both Sandman and Phillips began giving interviews to share the side of the story, celebrities started backtracking and deleting their angry comments. I really wonder why. There are two sides of every story. I made a snap judgment based on a photograph, and I know better to judge to a book by its cover. Jamie Lee Curtis tweeted, "I wasn't there. I shouldn't have commented. I'm glad there wasn't violence. I hope these two men can meet and find common ground as we all as can we all." McMurray claims the incident permanently stained Sandman's reputation. Said he has concluded that there is good faith basis to sue. For the mob to just go tear apart a 16-year-old boy is inexcusable. The lawyer said he'll never be able to get away from this. McBurry explains demand retractions and apologies in addition to possible litigation, but said not all organizations would send preservation letters would be necessarily be sued. Here's the full list: Washington Post, New York Times, CNN, The Guardian, and NPR, TMZ, Atlanta Media, Capitol Hill, Diocese of Covington, Diocese of Lexington, Archdiocese of Louisville, Diocese of Baltimore, Ana Cabrera, Sarah Sidna, Aaron Burnett, S.E. Cupp, Ellie McLaughlin, Amanda Watts, Emmanuel Greenberg, Michelle Borstein, Cliff Woodson, Antonio Olivio, Joe Haim, Michael E. Miller, Eli Rosenberg, Isaac Stanley Becker, Kristen Phillips, Sarah Mervosh, Emily S. Robb, Maggie Haberman, David Brooks, Shannon Doyne, Kurt Eichenmann. Oh, that's that's a name that is really interesting. Andrea Mitchell, Savannah Guthrie, Joe Reed. Oh, another one. Huh. Chuck Todd. Oh, there were two journalists right after another. Nora Belatsky, Alicia Fieldstad, Ayn Kyung Kim, HBO, Bill Mayer, Warner Media, Connie Nast, GQ, Heavy.com, The Hill, The Atlantic, Bustle.com, Elon Omar, Elizabeth Warren, Kathy Griffin, Alyssa Milano, and Jim Carrey. So yeah, I just hope they get sued to hell because of what they did to this child, and I hope he wins in court as well, because what they did to this child is inexcusable. They defamed him, they lied about him, and they continue to lie about him to this day. And they refuse to back down and admit that they did wrong. So and this is actually a rather good article on this subject, because mostly these outlets refuse to admit that media lied. But Daily Mail is actually doing something good, even though the general outlet might have bigger flaws. But this article itself is rather good. I hope all of them lose a lot of money, especially Elizabeth Warren and Elon Omar, because they're politicians, public figures, and they use their power to basically defame these boys because they could, because they have power, and just because they believed the narrative that these boys were guilty before any evidence was shown. The entire context wasn't shown, and yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.